A budget for it? Once you start getting charter schools, you're talking about charters.
What will make your campaign for school board successful?
My campaign?
Yes, sir.
Choice. The fact that I'm actually offering choice. And the fact that I'm going to offer choice for people, that they can actually take control of their children's education and their future.
When you talked about, I'd like to go back to the formal question a minute because I think we still have plenty of time. When you talked about the greatest challenges CMS face today, but there was another part to that question, and that is, what do you see as the most promising strategy to overcome it? Can you?
The most promising strategy
to overcome
the fact that we have, the fact that right now we can start afresh. We can start fresh right now with. We can forget about piecing together some kind of monster, which is, you know, luckily, I'll be honest with you, that the CMS building they had down there, I don't think it was really the fact that they had all the asbestos down there. I think what it is, it was just so mired with, you know, backstabbing and, you know, all the intrigue and all the other stuff that they probably needed to tear that place down anyway. I mean, luckily, we could actually get a new person to come in. And I would love to see a new person come in and get rid of all the intrigue and all the different backstabbing and all that, and start afresh and make our system work. And that is with a brand new, and as I said earlier, somebody that came in and told us, this is what I think your system can do, and this is what I would like to see your system do. Let them come in with their vision, not what we've decided, not what we've all sat down here and fought out, and we've talked to 15 different groups, and we've talked to 20 different groups, and we've had 45 different community meetings, and we've, you know, spent $14 million worth of whatever to spend it, you know, all this, but have them come in and say, I've done an analysis of this, have 5 or 6 proposals from 5 or 6 different people, and have them come in and let's look at which is the most beneficial for our kids.
And
and if nothing else, make a hybrid of those and hire the best person.
And would you see that that person is I notice your name is Deconsolidate CMS, so would you actually see, you know, do you have a vision as a superintendent that would serve the district as presently constituted, or would part of your interest be in actually creating separate systems, and if so, what might they do?
You know, the only reason I do deconsolidate is just to get people's attention, because one of the biggest things is we actually have a system that, does anybody think we're even close to New York? That's a true urban system. And everybody says, well, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools is an urban system. We're not. We judge ourselves on our numbers and all this, and we say, well, look how we're compared to, you know, New York and all this. The fact of the matter is that's disingenuous. We should not be judging ourselves against true urban systems because we have the suburbs that we take care of. Even if we did deconsolidate, you have the largest tax base, concentrated tax base right downtown that would well take care of the urban systems. I mean, it would, like you wouldn't believe. And we already know that they only get $4,000 per student out in the suburbs, so they are already used to not getting any money. That's not a problem. And another thing, too, is out in the suburbs, even if you donate, they had a van that they donated. People donated a van. They had to sell the van and disperse it to all of the schools. I mean, so there's some disparity there. So, yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah.
Could you give a specific?
Yeah, anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell you, I'll send you an email. But even if you did deconsolidate, you could actually do that. But what I'm saying is we could deconsolidate, and if you wanted to keep the Charlotte-Mecklenburg School a paying system for the board, that would be fine, but actually have smaller systems around, and there's nothing better than a smaller system that's more responsive to the community it serves. I mean, that has shown, just like with charter schools and all the others, that a smaller system that the community it serves is more responsive to the community.
What would you do in terms of the budget for these smaller systems? Because then you'd have to have a superintendent for all the systems, and you know, the administrative cost. I know you're fiscally conservative, so it seems...
No, actually no, because it used to be, the whole idea used to be that, you know, like with IBM and all these other companies, IBM saw the same thing back in the old days. They too said, well, okay, you know, we have to be a big company, have to do... No, you know, with the... no, that's a big thing. Actually, deconsolidating, you do smaller schools, you have like the smaller areas that have schools that are smaller systems. You have boards that actually volunteer for those positions instead of being paid, and it's much, much simpler. Because you have smaller systems, you don't have to pay as much for a large superintendent. You don't have to have as large a staff for this area, for the inner city, for the urban area, that kind of thing. So, yeah, there's some savings to be there. But if nothing else, even if you can't get that, the fact that I can get a charter school in every neighborhood, that would be the best thing in the world for the parents. And as I said, why am I fighting for the kids? I'm fighting for the kids.